You're so close. You're just on the brink of something, and you know it. You know that there's just one little thing, and then you're there. And you know I'm not talking about the action, because action is easy to do. But when you have alchemized from within, then the action becomes effortless. There is nothing standing in the way of the action and the pursuit of what you want. Everything is an internal game. It's an internal adjustment for us to really get what we want. So once we start to harmonize our energies, we will start to experience life in more ease. Because when your energy inside flows smoother, then the energy outside also flows smoother. So the less internal conflict and thoughts and sides and things like that that's going on, the better it will be on the outside. And I know that once you shift this tiny little thing, everything will open up for you. Everything will open up for you. Because everything kind of branches out. And it's like you take this one domino piece, and once you flick that, once you take out that splinter, the rest of the domino just, everything falls into place. And then you're exactly where you want to be, exactly where you knew you would be, and everything just flows smoother in your life after that. It's just that one thing. And sometimes it's almost a little bit hidden. Sometimes it's not that easy to see at first. Sometimes it's a little hidden. But the way that you see it, that it's there, is by observing what the body does. Don't restrict it too much. Yes, we need to get good habits, yes. But if it's something that you don't comprehend what is and why the body is doing it, let it do it so that you can learn what the body is. Because it's only through the body that these shifts can take place. And when you have shifted that one thing, everything falls into place. But sometimes you don't actually have to know what it is. As long as you know that, okay, I see that my body goes to want to watch a movie, or want to eat some sugar, or want to have a cigarette, or want to smoke some marijuana, or wants to go do something else. And you have to identify if it's a feeling. You know it. It's that feeling when you know that you're doing something because you're trying to get away from something else. You know that thing? And so once you identify that, you can go, I see it. I see the behavior here. I feel the feeling. And then you can start to ask questions, because we need your participation. You need to participate to make these happen. And the way that we do that is to pay attention to the body and see the patterns and figure it out. Because the body has its own way of being, of behaving. You can call it the automatic pilot even. But that automatic pilot reveals a lot to you. And what the automatic pilot is, which is just what the body has learned up until now. If you want to do something different, you have to pay attention to identify them. And then, once you have identified them, you can start to ask questions. And when you start to ask questions, the universe has to answer in some way, shape, or form. It's up to you to pay attention to receive the correct answer, to interpret the correct answer. Does it come through another person? Does it come through an animal that you have to figure out what's the spiritual meaning of this? Does it come in the form of something you see on YouTube? A random person shouting something? Or you hear something in your ear, or you feel a certain way that just tells you? You are the one that have to start to interpret what things mean. By the way, I have a product called the holistic meaning.co that you can figure out literally what this means. That is a very good tool to learn in the process of trusting your intuition more and more and actually really see what's going on. It's a very good tool to get the metaphysical meaning of any external object. And then there is the holistic body.co, and that more goes for the body and more like if you have pains and aches in certain parts of the body, that means certain things. So that can be very good to use for healing, more deeper healing for the body if you have something that comes up for it specifically. I just felt like I had to say that. I felt like I just went into like a stream of that, but actually I should have continued where I was because I was on to something. So this is the thing, because I'm channeling now, and this is the thing, like if I stop the channeling flow and then go and say that I have some things, yes, it's helpful to you, yes, it's the perfect opportunity to do it, but I'm also interfering with that stream of channeling. I'm interfering. The marketeer, Kenneth, like I'm coming in, but I then interfered with that stream. So now I have to go back into that stream. And I just want to share this with you so that you get what's going on here. I'm tuning into a frequency and then I'm channeling that to you. And I want you to feel that because I am a channeler of frequency. So I can embody certain frequencies. So when I speak in this way, I emit a specific frequency because I'm channeling frequency through my body. So by you watching, you can actually start to feel that. If you're intuitive and you can feel things in your body, and if you're not, you can develop. It's not a finite thing. You can develop these abilities so that you get more in tune with the capabilities of this body. Like we don't know half of what's possible with these energy systems, and that's why I'm so passionate about this. Oh, I just gotta laugh. Sometimes it's just different streams that wants to speak, it feels like. I mean, and sometimes you don't need to know what it is to switch. You don't need to know what it is, but you've seen the patterns, and then you can ask the questions, and then you get answers from life, right? And then once you actually interpret that correctly, you will feel that. You will feel or just know, or whatever your intuitive sense is, you will feel that there's something more powerful with that when you get it. There's like, yeah, it's this. It's the confirmation that the body gives you that, yes, that was it. The body gives you that information so that there is a link between what you asked for and the answer. Because the body knows what the game is. It's an intuitive game. It's an alignment game. It's it vibrating in the right frequency to get where it's going, right? So this is a frequency game. And we can talk about energy frequencies and all these modalities. Like I have an energy frequency here that emits a signal and stimulates my body field with frequencies of immune protection, energy, and it can influence my field like that. I have that. But it's not as powerful as us in alignment with who we are, intending, knowing what we do with our energy system and vibrate to change things. Once you receive the information, then you know the direction that you need to take in order to move past that energetic hindrance, because there will be some information there, and then you can start to clear it, to alchemize it. And by just going ahead, knowing that there is resistance here, because I know that my body is resisting going this way, that I know that we have to go this way. And so then I have to be kind to the body, knowing that, okay, it has some issues moving forward in this case here. And that means I have some energies in my field that it hasn't been let go of yet. And so what I do, all these dogs. They're very embodied. Like, they are not playing around. And that's what we have to get our bodies into being fully embodied like these dogs, because they're just in the experience. They're not thinking, they're not analyzing. They're just going for exactly what the body wants. And so we need to adjust back to this natural flow of energy. And that's why we have to help our bodies, because we haven't learned the right things in this world. Many people's energies are all kinked because they're thinking different ways that it's not beneficial to think, because it's about following the natural flow. When I am says, let's go here, the body is just yes, 100%, because I trust you and I trust that oomph. It's not a thought, it's an energy that has flown down to Gaia and up again, and it's just pure energy. It's an impulse almost. But sometimes those impulses needs to be corrected. And so that's what the game is. After you know what this scenario is about, then you know, this is the direction that I need to take. And then you walk slowly and you feel. And you make sure that you stop if the body feels resistance. And then you go, okay, need to do some clearing statements. I need to clear some energy here. Maybe sometimes you need to forgive someone. Maybe sometimes you need to instill more belief in yourself. Like, yes, you can do this. Even though I know that I'm powerful, my body doesn't necessarily know that. So my body is a little shy and a little, are we really doing this? Like, I've been used to helping other people do this, and I've kind of gotten used to that. Like, it's like, are we supposed to like channel now? Okay, this is a bit, that's something for me, right? This has been my experience with this whole process, because I've seen other people go through this channeling experience, and I've even assisted people, encouraged them, but it's something different when you actually are doing it yourself. And it's because you have to walk the body. The body has different memories, and the body needs to train and exercise a new way of being. And this is how we walk, step by step, into our new life of our own design and our own orchestration. And this is how we create the miracles that we want to see here with these bodies. I'm really looking forward to more people doing this consciously, so that we actually can create great shifts on this planet collectively. When we join forces, seeing the reality, it's easier for us, all of us, to actually manifest our dreams. Fully embodied as the I am. That's what we're talking about here. And that is the purpose of the Holistic Optimizer. So if you're interested in that, to take this a step further, to get some assistance, how to embody the I am, embody the Christ frequency, they're all the same. They're all the same frequency. And that's also where your soul mission is. That is also where all of the guidance to God, all of your connection to God, it's all the same place. But the logical mind needs to have certain words like the Christ frequency or the higher self or the Merkaba this or that or the other. I mean, yes, Merkaba is a bit different. But it's all a frequency, right? It's all trying to depict a frequency, a high frequency. I get a bit excited because it is really clear to me how things operate. And I'm inviting more and more people to join me in this way of operating as a human being. And we are literally talking about altering ourselves so that we are correctly aligned to the universal frequencies of how energy operates and really move. And that means that we're not interfering with the natural flow of energy. This is how you build your new life. This is literally how you do it. It's just one small step all the time. But it's paying attention. It's paying attention to where you want to go. Like, okay, I want to earn X amount. I want to look like this. I want to speak like this. I want to feel like this. I want to be a person that acts in this and this and that way. I want to be a person of integrity. I want to be a person that really have a good gauge on energy, and also include these spiritual things. Like, include in your manifestations that you want to see more, that you want to have more abilities in the sense that you want to channel more. I want to be able to connect with people. I want to be able to feel people and what they're really going through, to be a better friend, things like that, right? Include these, learn how to channel. Like, that's been my biggest dream since I discovered it, actually, because I was so fascinated, because I could feel it. I could feel that there was a different energy in that person. When I got to see one hands-on, it was really odd, because I could feel that there was a different being in there operating the body. I could feel that. There was no doubt in my mind, because I was using my intuition for that. And so, and then it's just more about, wow, I want to do that too. So I started helping channelers. And so now I am doing it. I am channeling. It's just that I'm channeling now openly, which is challenging for me. So this is my stretch, to actually be open about me channeling. Has been so much that has come up for me with those things. It's been quite the ride. And that's exciting and scary and everything at once, right? I'm very excited about my journey. And I'm taking the steps that I need to take towards my life, the life of my dreams. And so I'm taking one step at a time. If you want a bit more assistance with this, then sign up for the Holistic Optimizer, link in the description. You will receive a lot of support, how to set this all up, how to actually take your body up in frequency so that you are embodying the highest frequency that you can. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and I'll see you again in another one.